What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here, Unsleeved Media, and here we are, about 1 year removed from SprankleGate, MagicGate. I'm not really sure what to call it, but I thought it'd be interesting to share a couple of reflective thoughts and share an update. So I've now been banned from Magic the Gathering for life for about 1 year. How did we get here? Well, I'm a bit of a dick. I like to antagonize. It's kind of a pastime for me. There are many very, very thin-skinned individuals that work in Seattle at Wizards of the Coast, and there are individuals that I strongly disagree with from an ideological standpoint. I don't like virtue signaling. I don't like social justice warrior crap. And this is the predominant outward communication of Wizards of the Coast. A lot of just garbage. I've been critical of Wizards of the Coast my entire career on YouTube now. I'm here on Unsleeved Media, and before that, MTG headquarters. Maybe 5 or 10 years at this point. It's hard to remember. Exposing issues with a baker's dozen of pedos in the Magic the Gathering judge community. Did I use the best tactics each time? Probably not. But it's hard to argue with results. Together as a group of people that believed in me, we made the Magic the Gathering community a safer place forever. Before our crusade about these predators in the Magic the Gathering judge community, of which I'm sure there are more, there were no background checks for these positions. After we were done, there are background checks for these positions. This is something that Wizards of the Coast can never take away from me and you, the viewer, the participant in the crusade for child safety in Magic the Gathering. This is something that my peers never said one word about. Curious. Being banned, it hasn't been a ton of fun, but it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. If you're not paying attention, I took a lot of my critiques against the Magic the Gathering community and moved it to a broader market, PC gaming and gaming in general. So, and not just Magic the Gathering, but still tabletop games and things of that matter. And I couldn't be happier with the response. That community is huge and shares a lot of the same frustrations that I did as a Magic player, and as many of you do as Magic players or board game players, trading card game players, with the injection of politics and virtue signaling and crap like that from our game development companies, and the attacks on the fandom that we often unduly suffer as we are the ones who are supporting. I often get the feeling that companies like Wizards of the Coast, based on the way they interact with fans, there's a large section of the fandom that they would prefer to never be in contact with. This goes for not just for Magic, but for D&D and things of that nature. You can just see the way that many employees, higher up employees like Mike Merles at D&D, interact with the fandom. Christine Sprankle, the cosplayer that started it all with a single tweet. Something along the lines of having to endure a full year of harassment from me. A tweet that was incorrect. I harshly criticized her as a cosplayer, but she was not the right target. And I have reached out to her and tried to make things right with her, and I think we're in an okay spot. It's not like we were great friends before all of this, but we actually do talk. here and there. And that's probably my only regret about the whole thing, is that Christine Sprankle really, her tweet was reckless, but Christine didn't ban me. Christine didn't really do anything to deserve any of the hate. It was the Wizards of the Coast people, those people like Trick Jarrett, who publicly trashed my name on Reddit in the Magic subreddit. Things like that. These are the losers that deserve the ire, not Christine. And I was talking to her yesterday. I think I wished her a happy SprankleGate or something like that. And she let me know that there was still like the occasional person messaging her about this stuff. And I've been on record, and I assume anyone who actually listens to my videos wants to actually participate in the content knows that I have never told anyone to contact her. I've never told anyone to send hate her way, and I think she knows this. But she sent me a message. Hold on a second. From somebody who, I know who this person is because I recognize the Facebook photo, but I'm going to share this message with you, as this is someone who has openly said they're not a fan of me. Have to follow you to send you a message. This is over a year later. Christine has moved on. She's doing well. I've moved on. I'm doing just fine. You faced none. You did so with the sole intent of monetizing your internet fame. What did you make? Like $80,000 off manipulating people? You know how many people can't play this card game at an official capacity because of you? You preach community, but you actively take resources from it and exclude players who have had zero interaction with you. I had no opinion on MTG cosplay at events until I was banned from posting in a group on Facebook because some entitled little girl in a Halloween costume wanted to get paid. This is the exact opposite of a fan. In fact, when she pressed him, he said he was not a fan of me, but this is still people sending her hate. First of all, this guy is an idiot, because the reason the people in the Magic for Bad Facebook group got banned, if you want to be mad at anyone, it's Emma. The one that infiltrated into the Magic for Bad group and then posted all the messages on Twitter and pretended to be offended. She is a sad individual, in my opinion, who has horrible opinions on life. But again, nobody has to listen to her. I don't listen to her. The problem here is morons at Wizards of the Coast listen to her. And again, that's not her fault for being stupid. It's Wizards of the Coast's fault for listening to stupid people. And if anything, if a year later, if I could do anything different, it would be to be more active in delineating Christine from Magic corporate. I feel like I did an okay job, but that doesn't mean there aren't assholes out there. So on the 1 year anniversary, I know that Christine is still on Instagram. Maybe send her a positive message. I, in fact, told her on Saturday that she should come back to cosplay again. My problem was never with Christine. My problem is with cosplay thoughts. Ones that sell lewds to little boys. And these boys think that it's somehow some weird relationship. Christine was never one of those cosplayers. She has been very kind to me in the year since. We exchange pleasantries occasionally, and I don't want anybody who felt like they sided with me to feel like we were against Christine Sprankle. We weren't. We never were. What she said on Twitter was incorrect. But again, it wasn't her that banned me for life. It wasn't her that made a 10-minute video invoking the Holocaust to try and make people feel bad for them. That was Brian. I mean, please don't send her any hate. In fact, if you get time and you want to do right, if my year's content, if you want to say thank you for it, I'd only ask that you send her some words of encouragement. I don't know if she checks her Twitter, but I'm pretty sure she checks her Instagram. And I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I did a box opening just the other day. I've got another video later today to release on male feminist AJ Satcher. Hilarious tale that I can't wait to share with all of you. But it's been an awesome ride. I've made a ton of lifelong friends. It's inspired me to create an entirely different channel that is doing very well right now. We're doing amazing things. We just raised almost $160,000 to build a website that protects escapism. We raised over $20,000 for Toys for Tots last month. We're doing some great things over there, but I'm not going to forget about Unsleeved Media. I'm going to continue to create content here. I've still got a bunch of dead TCGs over there to go over. I've decided that I'm going to continue to cover Magic the Gathering in hopes that the game somehow doesn't completely crash and burn. And I feel like I owe it to all of you for sticking with me. So 1 year later, we still going strong. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.